welcome back. We're on lesson 5, part 2, modeling equations. Okay, so picture this as being a pan balance. X is the triangles, and each of these circles is equal to 1 kilogram. And we do not know how much X weighs. So we know that we can write this as X plus 2, because it's on the same side, and then it's going to be equal to 7. Okay, now, in order to keep the scales balanced, we need to remove the same things from each side at the same time, right? So I would write this as X plus 2 minus 2, and then on the other side, 7 minus 2. And I can show this on here by getting rid of 2 from each side. So what is left? One triangle, so 1x, right? Which we know those will cancel, we know those will cancel each other out. So I'm left with x, and I'm left with 5. So we remove the circles from the left-hand side and an equivalent or same amount of circles from the right-hand side, and the triangle has the same mass as those 5 circles. I want to show an equation for these scales. So I want you to pause the video and I want you to do 2 things. You're going to show the equation for each scale. So the equation, and then I want you to solve the equation. So then I want you to solve it for both of those. Okay, so pause the video. Make sure you're not just watching, because doing is going to make you remember more. Equation for this, I have 1x here, right, plus the 3, and that is going to be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 2 rows of 5, so that would be 10, right? Okay, so working backwards again like we've been doing, I'm going to minus the 3, and I'm going to minus the 3 from both sides. So I'm going to get rid of those, and I'm going to get rid of 3 of these. Okay, now what do I have left? I have 7 on this side, and I have the x on this side, and if I count, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they are balanced. And so x is going to be equal to 7. Okay, and on the bottom here, I have x plus 4, and that's going to be equal to, and there's 10 there again. Okay, working backwards, I'm going to minus the 4, and I'm going to minus the 4, and so now these cancel each other out. 4 minus 4 is 0, right? So then I have the x, and that's going to be equal to 6. And if I wanted to show it, I would get rid of 4 of those and 4 of these, and it's left with 6. So I know that x is equal to 6. Looking at these here, again, I want you to write the equations that represent these scales. So just a little extra practice. And if you are not understanding, you definitely need to come to the help session. So pause the video again. I have 3 triangles, and they're equal to, because it's balanced, so there's 10 there, and then there's 2 more, so that gives me 12. Okay, now I want to see how much one triangle is equal to. So I am going to divide this side by 3. So dividing this into 3 equal groups. So 1, 2, and 3. So I'm divided that by 3. So what do I have left? So I have 3 groups, but I want to know how many are in each group. So I'm going to only look at one group. And how many are in that group? 4 is in that group. So I know that x is equal to 4. All right, down here, we're going to do this again. So I have 2x, and that is going to be set equal again to 12. Okay, now what I'm saying is I'm going to divide by 2, so I'm going to have 2 equal groups for this one. So I want to know how many are in each group. So I am only looking at the 1. So this is going to go away. And so I have x, and that is going to be equal to, now I'm going to divide these into even groups. So I'm splitting this in half because I'm dividing by 2. Okay, this I'm only going to look at one of those halves. So this goes away, and I know that my answer is going to be 6. So x is equal to 6. So they remain equal on both sides.